guests out there,
Now that your cabin has started to rise, it's time to get your bearings. If you look up at the roof of this cabin, you'll see the points of the compass marked on the ceiling. They're also shown on the map you've been given. Out to the west, in the near distance, you'll see the lights of the Port of Melbourne. There are always shipping containers stacked nearby. This is still the busiest container port in the Southern Hemisphere. You'll also see the lights of traffic on the freeway, and depending on the wind direction, the lights of planes coming in over Port Phillip Bay, approaching Melbourne Airport. Swing around a little to the left, still in the west, and you'll see the illuminated pylons of the Baltic Bridge, which opened not that long ago, in 1999. Those pylons aren't structural, they're purely for decoration, and we have to say, they do a pretty good job. About now, you should be getting a very good view down onto Docklands, including Victoria Harbour in the south. It is hard to imagine, but if you had looked down on this same view 180 years ago, all you would have seen was darkness broken only by the occasional small glow of an Aboriginal campfire, the original inhabitants of Australia and this area for more than 30,000 years. Staggering when you think that England's Stonehenge dates back only 5,000 years, Egypt's pyramids much the same. In fact, Melbourne is arguably the longest continuously inhabited place on Earth. 30,000 years ago, Victoria was still connected to Tasmania by a land bridge directly to the south, so the original inhabitants have seen the mainland separate from our biggest island and the formation of Port Phillip Bay. It puts things into perspective, doesn't it? In 1835, you might have seen lights hanging from the rigging of the schooner Rebecca, moored off the mouth of the Yarra River, which is beyond where the Balti Bridge now stands. John Batman had arrived to establish the colony that is now Melbourne 32 years after the failed original settlement near what is now Sorrento, almost due south, further down Port Phillip Bay. Looking down on this area in 1850, more than 160 years ago, you would have seen the lanterns of thousands of tents that housed the 150,000 immigrants who came from all over the world in search of fortune and fame during the 1850s gold rush. The Docklands is a major inner-city reclamation project begun 15 years ago. As shipping became containerised and the need for dock space shrunk, the old docks fell into disuse. The reclamation project is a massive undertaking with another 5 to 10 years of development still to come. Today, it's quite glamorous. New apartments everywhere and huge corporate headquarters for some of Australia's largest businesses. You might be able to see small boats moored directly outside some townhouses. This is some very exclusive real estate. Just imagine, if you loved Melbourne and you loved boating, where would you most like to live? Right there, and the townhouses are priced accordingly. It's an aspect of city living in Melbourne that you don't often hear about. Directly to the west, you'll now get a great view straight down towards the mouth of the Yarra River and the Fisherman's Bend area, in many ways the commercial hub of Melbourne. Looking across to the southeast, you'll start to appreciate the drama of Melbourne's CBD. It's like a scene out of a movie, isn't it? Melbourne has a total population of around 4.5 million, making it a major world city in terms of population. On an average day, more than 800,000 people use the city centre, and Melbourne plays host to more than 7 million visitors every year. It's Australia's most popular tourism city, and from here you can begin to see why. Melbourne's shopping is legendary, and there are more than 145,000 seats at cafes and restaurants, many consistently ranked among Australia's finest, all just waiting to help you take a load off your feet and relax. To the south-southwest, if you look closely, you'll see 2 rows of red lights stretching out into the bay. They look like approach lights to an airport, and in a way, they are. They're lights marking the shipping channel that brings the enormous container and passenger ships into Melbourne. Most of Port Phillip Bay is quite shallow, only 15 to 20 metres, and these channels require constant dredging to allow the safe passage of increasingly large passenger and cargo vessels visiting Melbourne from all over the world. Right now, you're at about the top of Melbourne Star, and it's from here that you can enjoy a full 360-degree view of Melbourne and its surrounds. To the north, the CityLink freeway snakes through Flemington, then beyond to Melbourne Airport. In the southeast, Melbourne's CBD is a treasure trove, and very few locals appreciate all it has to offer. Federation Square is always a hive of activity. It breathed much needed life into that corner of the city, and now has opened up the river for all Melburnians to enjoy. Nearby are alleys covered in graffiti that's world famous. Melbourne's theatre district, centred around Spring and Exhibition Streets, frequently premieres shows that go on to amaze all of Australia, and every so often, the world. Melbourne also has a rich music scene that has spawned many world-famous performers, from Kylie Minogue to Barry Humphries. Whether your taste is jazz, rock, burlesque, whatever, you'll usually find a bar or venue where you can kick back, relax, and enjoy great live music with a beer or wine in hand. And stylish Collins Street is perfect for window shopping at night. It's probably safer that way.
मस्त व्यू है, एकदम सही व्यू, ऑसम है।
Below, in the southeast, close to the star, is Newquay. It's an ambitious project that over time is populating this part of the docklands. Some of Melbourne's leading architects designed the apartment towers, and there are restaurants, cafes, and local amenities down on ground level. Of course, one of the defining features of Melbourne is our trams. If you look down immediately below your cabin on the south side, you might be able to see the tram line that brings visitors down to Harbour Town via Etihad Stadium. Those same trams, of course, are part of the world's largest tram network and a key part of what makes Melbourne one of the world's most livable cities. They're good value and they seem to be everywhere.